Welcome to this presentation on models of communication in parallel and distributed computing. Today, we will explore the fundamental frameworks that allow processes to interact and exchange data within distributed systems. Communication models define how processes exchange data, essential for correctness, performance, and scalability. Widely used in parallel and distributed systems. Message-oriented communication is a key model. Types of communication: persistent and transient communication, synchronous and asynchronous communication, persistent synchronous and persistent asynchronous communication, transient synchronous and transient asynchronous communication, persistent and transient communication. In persistent communication, the messages sent by the sender are stored by communication server on the secondary storage as long as it delivers to the receiver's machine. However, in transient, the messages exist till the server and client processes are in execution state and later on are discarded automatically. Persistent and transient communication are message-oriented communication models in distributed systems. In persistent communication, messages are stored by the communication server until they are delivered, so the sender and receiver need not be active at the same time, making it reliable. In transient communication, messages are not stored permanently and are discarded if delivery fails, requiring both sender and receiver to be active. Persistent communication focuses on reliability, while transient communication emphasizes speed and efficiency. Synchronous and asynchronous communication. In synchronous communication, the sender sends the request to the receiver and waits till it gets a reply from the receiver. Therefore, the sender is blocked for an indefinite time until it gets response from the receiver. It is the strongest type of communication, where the client and server both need to be alive for communication. Synchronous, a phone call, the caller waits until the receiver answers. Asynchronous, an email, the sender sends the message and continues work without waiting. Looking at these diagrams, we see the wait for reply period in machine A for synchronous calls. In the asynchronous model, machine A only waits briefly for an acceptance before moving on, even while machine B is still processing. Persistent synchronous and persistent asynchronous communication. In the persistent synchronous communication, the sender is blocked till the messages are stored on the communication server. Alternatively, in the persistent asynchronous communication, the messages are stored on a local buffer or on the communication server by the sender parallel to the transmission without blocking. Persistent synchronous, sending a registered letter, the sender waits until the post office confirms it is stored. Persistent asynchronous, sending an email, the message is stored on the mail server and the sender continues work. These diagrams show that even if machine B is not running, the message is held. Notice that in the asynchronous version on the left, process A stops running much sooner than in the synchronous version on the right. Transient synchronous and transient asynchronous communication. In transient synchronous communication, the sender is blocked until the messages are stored on the temporary buffer. In transient asynchronous communication, the sender temporarily stores the messages and continues the transmission. Transient synchronous, a live video call, the sender waits while the receiver is online. Transient asynchronous, sending a chat message when the receiver is online, the sender does not wait, and the message is lost if the receiver disconnects. Message-oriented communication. There are many distributed systems which are built on top of simple message-oriented model. In transient communication, the message is stored only so long as sending or receiving applications are executing. The message is discarded if it cannot be delivered to the next server or receiver. The message-oriented transient communication generally happens in sockets and message passing interfaces as explained in the following subsections. Message passing through sockets. Sockets are essential for communication between clients and servers over a network. They allow clients to request data from servers and enable servers to respond. Connections are set up using IP addresses and port numbers for efficient communication. A server creates a socket, binds it to a port, and listens for client requests. A client connects to the server using its address and port, enabling bidirectional data transfer. Berkeley sockets, commonly used in Unix, include various APIs for interprocess communication, IPC. Socket creates connections. Bind assigns names and addresses. Listen waits for incoming requests. Accept blocks until a request is received. Connect establishes the connection. Write sends data from client to server. Process handles data on the server side. Read retrieves server responses at the client end. This flowchart illustrates the handshake. The server must bind and listen before the client can connect. Once the connection is accepted, they enter a cycle of read and write until the connection is closed. Message-oriented persistent communication. It stores message data in secondary storage and facilitates asynchronous communication. The sender does not need to wait for the receiver, enabling messages to be delivered even if the receiver is unavailable. Each machine has a queue, allowing decoupling between sending and receiving applications. The server application writes messages into the server input queue, which are then routed by the message-oriented middleware, MOM, to the client's input queue. As seen here, the messaging provider or broker sits in the middle. It manages the queues for multiple senders and receivers, ensuring that even if a receiver is busy, the message is held safely. Stream-oriented communication. Various models for distributed application communication include RPC, Remote Procedure Call, for remote procedure invocation. RMI, Remote Method Invocation, for calling remote methods as local calls. Message-oriented communication allowing message sending without receiver availability checks. Synchronous messaging models like MOM for asynchronous handling. Stream-oriented communication transfers time-dependent data streams, which may involve single or multiple sequences. Quality of service, QoS, dictates flow specifications to ensure timely information transfer. Resource Reservation Protocol, RSVP, reserves necessary resources for incoming streams aligned with QoS specifications, starting transmission only after receiver confirmation. Real-time synchronous communication requires active engagement from both sender and receiver. Network failures may lead to data loss and decreased QoS. Stream-oriented communication uses formats such as MPEG, JPEG, and MP3, demanding sufficient bandwidth for effective operation.